Mikey. I'm about ready to punch that time card.
Get the brass.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
Finally, Fresh Fam, we have made it to the 1,000 review of this bad boy right here, and I must say, this thing ain't cheap. Let me warn you, man. I'm gonna warn you right now. If you looking to get into this AR-10 or just 308 space in general, man, 308 is not cheap. Telling you, man, it almost hurt my pockets trying to get y'all this 1,000 round review. So definitely don't hesitate to hit that like button for sure. And between you and me, I'm still looking for a cheaper price. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's get into the real question of how has this thing been holding up 1,000 rounds later? So I had this thing coming up on, I think, like maybe 6 or 7 months, maybe even more. Externally, man, she looks good. I mean, she's looking brand new out the box. Looked like I never shot it, man. But again, I wasn't torture testing this thing, so that's to be expected. But this thing is built like a tank, so I'm sure if you wanted to run this thing through the mud or throw this thing off of a cliff, I'm pretty sure she's still going to run and she's going to take quite the beating. But what's on the outside means nothing. It's about what's on the inside. So let's go ahead and pop the hood of this good old American muscle and let's take a look at the internals. So I don't know if you guys can see down in that barrel, but the rifling is still nice and bright. Everything is still intact. No major wear to the barrel whatsoever. As you can see, there's no deviations, no cracks, chips, or anything like that. Everything looks super pristine in there. It's definitely holding up well there. Let's go ahead and look at the lower and check out some of those internals. As you can see, everything is still looking out the box new. Out the box new. Everything is pristine. In pristine condition. Everything's been holding up really, really well. And here goes the heart of this beast right here. This is the bolt carrier group, and as you can see, no major wear whatsoever. There is some wear on the finish, but nothing structurally. So everything structurally is intact, but there is some wear on the finish there, which is to be expected. That's all normal and tasteful wear. That's the wear you want to look for. That just means this thing is broken in And then as you can see, coming up towards the front, still some wear there again, but we're talking about just finish. All right, so there's no cracks, no chips. Everything is still in flawless condition. We have plenty of life left on this thing, so definitely don't have to worry about replacing this anytime soon, man. So that's definitely very impressive, something that, you know, I'm definitely happy to see as well. And just for comparison, here goes my ball carrier group for my M4, just to put them in a height perspective. Two totally different ball carrier groups. Put it like this: this is you, and this is the dude she telling you not to worry about. And as far as reliability, I had no issues with it. The braking period was very smooth. I ran anything from your Hornadies to your Federal, 150 to 168 grains, some spicy loads, and it handled everything just fine, man. Cycled everything, no problems, no failures to feed, no failures to extract, no cycling issues whatsoever. As far as the magazines, as you can see here, I got the YouTube compliant 25 round as well as the 20 round PMag, and absolutely no issues out of it whatsoever. Cycle everything flawlessly. And then as far as the accuracy, I went on ahead and just bought the target in so we can get a closer look and just kind of dissect this thing so we can get a good gauge of what the accuracy is like. So as you can see in the beginning of the range footage, of course I had to dial it back so we could do some transitional shooting at about 25 yards. So these are just some zeroing outliers before we got this thing dialed in. And as you can see, pretty decent group. I did have one that I pulled, but that's not an issue. As you can see, predominantly just with transitioning from irons to the scope sights, we still have a pretty solid grouping. We're talking about maybe from here to here is maybe 2 MOA, and then as you can see here, this is definitely 1 MOA with no problems at all. Pretty tight grouping. Then as you can see, we push it out to the 100-yard mark, and I was doing groups of 3. And here we have 1 MOA grouping right here, and then if you look up, I practically put 3 through the same hole. So we're having what, like 0.15 or something like that. I mean, something crazy. It looks like a Mickey Mouse head, man. So the accuracy is there. This is definitely not a precision rifle by a long shot. So for this to be, you know, kind of your more service workhorse type rifle, that is quite impressive. So to my hunters out there, to people who just want to stretch out and like to shoot at distances, you know, shoot a few hundred, maybe even 1,000, this is still a very capable and versatile platform to do so. In my opinion, this is a great entry-level platform that doesn't break the bank, but still doesn't compromise on quality, and that's big, because normally when you're going into the budget space, you got to compromise on something, and 9 times out of 10 is going to be the quality of it. However, man, this thing has a ton of features and it doesn't compromise on quality, so this is definitely a great choice, and I'm glad I chose to roll with this particular one, man, because it's been great so far. So one thing that's a super highlight on this platform that you don't get on a lot of platforms is this thing is fully ambidextrous, man. So you're getting the ambidextrous safety, ambidextrous mag release, bolt release. The only thing is the mil spec charging handle. You got to get an aftermarket charging handle so you can roll with an ambi charging handle. That's an easy swap out, and then you have a fully ambidextrous platform. So that's one thing that I think is a massive super highlight next to the functionality and the quality you're getting at this price point. So for my lefties out there, you can jump on this platform right out the box and be super comfortable. Now I get a lot of questions wrapped around you know, some of the upgrades for this thing. Now this thing is still in a stock configuration right now, and I did that purposely because I wanted to make it to the 1,000 rounds before I started swapping out the components, so I can give you guys an accurate update as to how it's been, how it's functioning. But there's a ton of aftermarket support out there, so if you guys got any type of preferences, like I mentioned, you wanted to swap out the stock, you didn't like the pistol grip on it, you wanted to swap that out, trigger, this handguard up here. I know a lot of folks don't typically like this style of handguard right here. I don't know if you want to run a full grip, angle grip, whatever you want to run, you can do so. It's a ton of support out there. I mean, all in all, Fresh Fam, this thing is an absolute workhorse, man. This is a duty rifle right here, man. So you just can't go wrong with it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all found this update useful. If so, don't hesitate to hit that like button. Comment down below if you own an AR-10 and you feel my pain on this ammo prices. And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button, because I keep telling y'all, we ain't going nowhere. But until the next time, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.